Hey guys, Lunar Spiral 1127 here, bringing you Fairy Tale Chapter 283, Natsu vs. Sabertooth. So the chapter begins right where it left off, Natsu challenging Gemma to a fight. Of course, Gemma doesn't agree to this. Gemma decides to send off one of his guild members named Dobengal, who's a ninja. They have ninjas in Fairy Tale? Huh. I had no idea. Anyway, yeah. He sends Dobengal to fight against Natsu because he just wants to see what Natsu can really do before he can fight him himself. And as for the fight between Dobengal and Natsu, pretty disappointing. I mean, Natsu managed to hit him in a one-hit KO. Just one Dragon Flame punch, and he's down for the count. It was a little bit disappointing, but whatever. So Sting offers to fight against Natsu, but Gemma just tells him to stay back, and of course the fight between Gemma and Natsu finally begins. Natsu begins with, of course, a Dragon Flame punch, but Gemma manages to block it and blows Natsu away without even moving. Pretty impressive, really. But Natsu manages to punch Gemma in the guts, and then he starts launching more Dragon Flame punches at Gemma. What the hell? Natsu is winning? No. He couldn't have been. He couldn't have been. I mean, the fight just started. We'll just have to wait and see how this goes on. So anyway, Natsu tries to finish off Gemma with the Ryan Ryu Jono Gekitetsu, the Dragon Lightning Flame Iron Strike. Okay, bit off topic here, but I gotta be honest with you. When Luxus gave Natsu his lightning power-up, I was a little bit disappointed because he gave it to Natsu right before he was defeated by Hades. It would have made more sense if Luxus fought against Hades, Hades managed to beat Luxus, and then Luxus, with his last amount of strength left, gave his lightning power-up to Natsu. And also, I thought Natsu couldn't use lightning magic or any other kind of magic in general because, you know, he's a Dragon Slayer mage, right? I don't know, maybe. I don't know. It was a minor problem I had during the Tenro Island arc, but I let it slide. Natsu used the Iron Strike against Gemma, caused a huge explosion in the Sabertooth lodging, but it was blocked by Minerva. Yes, we're finally introduced to Minerva, the last of the strong 5 members in Sabertooth. From what I can describe about her, she looks like Ultir when she was in Grimoire Hearts, except she has braids and 2 buns on her head. Also, she's wearing a dress that has a picture of a Sabertooth tiger on it. What she can do is a bit too early to tell, but from what was shown in this chapter, she is able to produce shields. That's all I know so far. And it was also revealed that Minerva happens to be Gemma's daughter. She's the daughter of a guild master, so obviously she's gonna be really strong. And you know what? I can't wait to see what she can do during the Grand Magic Games. I wonder who she's gonna. Maybe during the Grand Magic Games, Natsu will be paired up with her and fight against her, or she'll probably be paired up with Erza, maybe, or Gray. I don't know. Maybe someone else. But anyway, the reason Minerva decided to interfere with this fight was because if her father, which she says that she would obviously win in this fight, were to defeat Natsu, who is a participant in the Grand Magic Games, then Sabertooth would be in trouble. So she offers Natsu to just leave Sabertooth and that they'll let it slide in exchange for Happy's life. Yeah, she managed to capture Happy somehow and used Happy as a bargaining chip. So because Natsu, didn't want to risk Happy's life, he decides to leave, and they both do, right before he says his final words to Sabertooth. And of course, You knew this is coming. He was gonna say this. I knew he was gonna say something like this, but here it is. If you're a guild, take care of your nakama. That's all I have to say. Typical Natsu. Anyway, Natsu and Happy finally leave. Natsu's words actually start to sink into Rogue. He's starting to think about nakama and bonds and whether it actually exists in this guild. However, Sting is like really excited just to see how strong Natsu really was. And that's the end of the chapter. So, Fairy Tail chapter 283, it was an okay chapter. It felt a little bit short, and the fight between Gemma and Natsu, it was obvious that somebody was going to interfere. But I was hoping that the fight would last a little bit longer because I want to see what Gemma can really do. And it looks like that Natsu actually got the upper hand. But if that fight continued, then maybe Natsu would have lost. Or Natsu and Gemma might be tied. I don't know. I just didn't want Natsu to win so easily. But you know what, this chapter, it was still okay, so I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. The fight was really good, but it felt short, and introducing another character, Dobengal, or Dogenball, whatever the hell you say, the ninja, that was a little bit of a disappointment, but hey, maybe next week's chapter will be better. The Grand Magic Games so far has been quite interesting. Well, the contest portions. The fight portions, there were a few that I did enjoy, but there were a few that felt a bit short, like Ren against the Spider Woman, or Warcry against the Lightning guy from Sabertooth. Those fights were short, and the fights that I liked, the only fight so far I liked was Yukino and Kagura, and Flare against Lucy. Those fights were pretty good, but I was a bit disappointed with other fights like Jura and Miss Gun. I liked that fight, but what happens in the end was so stupid. And I felt bad for Jalal. I know he was gonna expose himself, but they could have just done it with so they could like keep Miss Gun's dignity. Miss Gun was like one of my favorite characters in Fairy Tail, and to ruin his character like that, it was a bit of a letdown. But also, fights that I felt disappointed. Mira Jane versus that girl from Blue Pegasus. That was disappointing. It was just nothing but fan service. And then finally, Mira Jane just won with a one-hit KO. What the hell was up with that? Elfman against the drunken guy from Quattro Cerberus. That was a good fight, but I wasn't expecting Elfman to win. I was expecting the drunken guy to win because it was said that he was on par with Erza, and Erza was like really strong. So yeah, and another fight, Kurohebi against Toby. Again, that was stupid. The thing about the sock, it was stupid. No offense to fans who like Toby, I just don't. He's not a really great character for me. So, but overall, I'm hoping that day 3 of the Grand Magic Games will be better for this arc. So far, this arc is not that bad at times, but there are parts that I did have problems with, especially the reason why there has to be a 7-year time skip. That was ridiculous. But I'll save that for another time. So yeah, that's Fairy Tail chapter 283. Hopefully next week's chapter will be better, and we can get back to the Grand Magic Games. I'm Lunar Spire 1127, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.